Hi and welcome back to the Vintage Freak Limited YouTube channel. Today it's another unboxing video, and by the look of it, it's flea market stock. So as I always say, there's only one way to find out. Let's make a start. I'm Mark Ray and I've been buying and selling vintage and antiques for more years than I can remember. I search the Central England region for lost and forgotten collectibles and offer them for sale through my eBay shop and at fairs and markets across the country. Every day is a treasure hunt and I never know what I'm going to find or who I'm going to meet. So why not join me on my adventures and see what I can dig up. This is Vintage Freak Limited. First out we have an embroidered butler's serving tray. Early 20th century, it's not as old as 19th century, certainly early 20th century. Floral pattern. Price wise, I would be looking at £25 or best offer on this particular tray. It's an oak frame. There's a little bit of water damage to the edges which would decrease the value, but other than that it's in excellent condition and the quality of the embroidery is very high. So it's a lovely piece and hopefully it'll find a new home. Next out we have, it's an ecclesiastical candle stand. It's an alloy, it's not aluminium, too heavy for that, so it's cast, it's a ferrous alloy. It's got that ecclesiastical look to me. I would date this around the middle of the last century, and value wise I would probably estimate £20 to £25 resale value. It's quite decorative, scroll work. There's no maker's mark. It's really important whenever you're buying antiques or vintage, always check to see if there's a maker's mark or any information at all that can help you establish the provenance of the item. There's nothing on this, so unless we do some research, then you know it's an estimate. It's an estimate on its age, but value wise, yeah, I'd stick with £20 to £25. I'm going to spread these around because we'll run out of room. Next out, this is flea market stock. We have a gilt on wood photo frame, contemporary, just a nice decorative piece. I'm not afraid of selling decorative items even if they are contemporary pieces. They still sell really well at markets, fairs and online. Value wise, be around a tenner. That's £10. It's nice, in good condition, and that'll sit nice on a dressing table. Next out we have, well, this is a bit unusual, we have a fishing tiger. Wood, Asian made, Southeast Asia, Thailand I would have thought. Removable fishing rod, would have had a cord and a fish on the end, and the idea is that he sits, or she I suppose, they sit on a shelf and fish off the edge. So nice little decorative item, about £10 again, resale value. It would have had oh no, I think that's actually where somebody has previously stuck it to a shelf or the edge of a table, so there's no maker's mark that I can see, but a nice decorative little item. Next out, here we have the first of the genuine antiques that has come out of the tub. This is a 19th century grass hook or scythe, very small scythe, but probably used for grass I would have thought. A lovely hardwood handle, great patina to the wood. It's naturally polished, and the ironwork, beautiful black patina through age. You can also see the file marks, where the original file marks, where it's been sharpened over the years as well. So a nice little piece. Surprisingly, there's plenty of these around, and I would estimate that this will sell for in the region of £20. So lovely 19th century grass hook. Next out we have, right, this is quite interesting. Right, so what we've got here is an alloy metal box with a lid, hinged, and inside is a clothes brush. Now, what's interesting about that, you might be saying? Well, this is a marriage of two pieces. And when I say a marriage, they don't belong to each other. They've been brought together at some point, and I remember buying them bought together as one item. So somebody in the past has put these together. Perfect fit for the clothes brush, so it does work, so it's practical, functional. Now, more interesting than the tin, which is possibly, again, a Southeast Asian, fairly modern piece by the look of it, just the condition of it really. There's no maker's mark anywhere. The bottom is very smooth, which again, a little tip here is normally a good indication that it's not too old. Admittedly, it can be polished, but normally you see quite a lot more wear on the base if it's of any great age. So I think this is fairly modern, but what is old, or older, is the clothes brush. Now that is an arts and craft period clothes brush. It's a wooden clothes brush with bristles, natural bristles, and it has a pewter embossed decoration, and it looks like vine leaves. So I think the value in this particular group of items, or pair of items, is in the clothes brush. I would estimate, given the arts and crafts period, which is roughly 1880 to about 1920, roughly that period. It did go beyond that in Europe, but in the UK that's around that period. I would probably put around £25 on the clothes brush and 10 to 15 on the box. I would split them as items, I wouldn't sell them together. I don't think that it's necessarily doing justice to the arts and crafts clothes brush. So when I do sell them, they will be sold as separate items. Next out we have another genuine antique. There's a pair of shoe stretchers, very small, so they could be child's, or maybe even would they have been used as ballet shoes, perhaps. Very small, you can see. These separate normally. Early 20th century, late 19th century. And the wood looks like a beech to me. It is a hardwood. Looks like beech or elm. It's fairly light coloured wood. And a lovely patina to the tensile steel band as well. And you use them, you slip them into the one end, bend that into the other end of the shoe, and it stretches the shoe out to keep its shape. Possibly child's, or as I say, maybe ballet shoes. Next out we have, this is an incense burner stand. Could be stone or it could be resin. Sometimes it's difficult to tell without doing a scratch test. It's an elephant. You can tell it's Asian elephant, much smaller ear. That's an indication that it is Asian. The elephants come from tribal art from Africa. They have much bigger ears. So, and there's one hole for an incense burner to be inserted in there, and it's got an ashtray there. So quite nice, and value-wise, in the region of £15. Next out, we have, I do remember there's a pair of these, yeah, here's the second one. So what we have here is a pair of soapstone trinket boxes with copper banding, quite decorative, as usual, no maker's marks. They've come out of the Orient or India. Inside they're lined with velvet, nice purple velvet. This one is in one piece. This one I noticed is missing part of the clasp on the front of the box. So value wise, I'd be looking at in the region of £15 for the complete one and perhaps £10 for the one with the damaged clasp. I would probably sell the two together for £20 to £25. So a couple of soapstone trinket boxes decorated with copper banding, and I think they'd look really nice on a dressing table. If you'd like to find out more about Vintage Freak Limited, our contact details including our eBay shop and website are in the description below.